Brook and Mayo is an electrical contractor, and we work with a lot of large construction companies and do electrical installation work in commercial premises and industrial premises, and also regular maintenance work for some large companies as well. Basically, we got in contact through PECT to look at our environmental management system so that we could look at doing some of the energy saving things that they suggested and work towards the green accreditation. They introduced us to Sustain and Katie and her team, and we worked with them both equally in setting up the environmental management systems and doing all the actions that needed to be done to work towards the accreditation. And Katie has been a large sort of support role in that time to help us to work towards it, doing everything from assessing our environmental systems as they are currently, setting us up targets and action plans to work towards, and carrying out things like mock audits so that we could actually get a good idea of where we're at ready for the final audit. But yeah, Sustain has been a very good supporting role for that. Sustain Lincolnshire helped us with setting up our environmental management system from the beginning, so it was assessing where we were at environmentally and then setting up the processes and the systems that needed to be put in place, such as policies. We had a 2-day environmental course, which was like a set-up course for the ISO 14001 standard, which gave a huge insight into environmental management systems. Sustain Lincolnshire also helped us with setting up things like an aspects and impacts register, which that was actually very useful in the tender process, as we was then required to provide one of those, which helped us go on to win a very large contract for the council, and we wouldn't have achieved it without that help from Sustain. As part of the project with Sustain Lincolnshire, we implemented a number of things within the office, things such as motion sensor lighting. We had installed a hot tap so that we didn't have to use the kettle and only use water that we needed. We've also got an energy monitor within the office now, which helps us look at how much energy we're using on a daily, hourly basis, just so that we can keep track of things. We've done things like the switch off campaign, which means people are now signing up to turning off their monitor when it's not in use, shutting down computers at the end of the night, remembering to turn off lights in areas that we don't have sensor lighting. We also looked at our fuel usage as one of our biggest impacts on the environment, and also a huge cost for the company. We installed a tracker system which helped us monitor obviously where we were sending engineers. It also helps log fuel usage. We had an environmental talk with all our engineers about economical driving and the best way to drive about, which was well received by the engineers. And as we've retired vans, we've bought in ones that are more environmentally friendly, so they're slightly smaller, not unnecessarily carrying around weight, and they're more fuel efficient. So again, it all sort of contributes to bringing down our fuel usage and our impact on the environment. Obviously, as an electrical contractor, our customers are wanting things from us that are going to help them environmentally and help save money. So some of our larger companies and stores want energy saving lighting, which will reduce their bills, but obviously they still want high quality. So we were able to go in, having tried and tested a lot of these things already, particularly on ourselves, and actually, understand better what our customers' needs are in terms of being environmentally friendly and saving energy. I'd fully recommend any SME to work with Sustain Lincolnshire. They've been very supportive. They work at our pace. They had a huge knowledge base and worked specifically to our industry, and they worked with us throughout the whole programme from beginning to end.